They always thought I'd be the one waiting around, the dependable sibling, the backup plan, the one with no real life of their own. I remember the exact text like it was burned into my brain. No hello, no warmth, just my sister's blunt words on a screen. We're taking Mom to the lake house for her birthday. You can't come, no room, but you can do us a favor and watch the kids. We'll drop them off Friday morning. Not a question, not an invite, a demand. And right then, it hit me. Family doesn't always mean love. Sometimes it just means convenience, and I had been convenient for far too long. Growing up, I looked up to them. My older sister, my younger brother, they were bold, loud, full of energy. I was the quiet one, the reliable one, the one who cleaned up their messes so Mom wouldn't notice, the one who lied to cover for them when they snuck out. I used to believe that was love, that they'd have my back the same way, but love isn't supposed to feel like servitude. The first crack showed at Christmas. They planned the family dinner, but somehow I was the only one not asked to bring food. Instead, I was told to host, to scrub the house, cook every dish, pay for everything, and smile like it was a privilege. I convinced myself it didn't matter. It was family, so I shouldn't keep score. But then came the lake house trip. The birthday celebration I wasn't even invited to, while they expected me to babysit for free. That was when the illusion shattered. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I didn't even respond. I already knew better than to fight entitlement head-on. That only feeds it. No, I wanted something sharper, cleaner, colder. So I waited. Quiet. And by Friday morning, when they pulled up with the kids, Starbucks cups in hand, dragging suitcases like royalty, I was already gone. Hours earlier, I'd thrown a backpack in my car, locked my apartment, and driven out of the city with. My phone shut off. No warnings, no explanations, just gone. And when they knocked, when they called, when they stood in that hallway with Mom's grandkids crying, I wasn't there to catch them. For once, their chaos wasn't mine to fix. I can picture it clearly, my brother cussing under his breath, my sister fuming because I wasn't waiting at her command, the kids tugging on their sleeves, restless and confused. Of course they tried calling me again and again, but silence. Silence is heavier than anger. Silence makes people panic. And while they scrambled, I was 3 hours away, standing on a cliff overlooking the ocean. The wind stung my face, the salt air burned my lungs, and for the first time in years, I felt free. Revenge doesn't always burn hot. Sometimes it freezes. My absence forced them to face the weight they'd dumped on me, to deal with the mess themselves. I didn't need to scream, didn't need to argue. My silence spoke louder than any words ever could. Later, they tried twisting it, of course. You could have just told us you didn't want to. But no, that's not how it works. If I had told them, they'd have fought me, guilt-tripped me, twisted it back on me like always. Silence gave them nothing to weaponize. That weekend, I stayed gone. I hiked, I read, I slept. I ate at a diner alone, and not once did anyone ask me for a single thing. And for once, I didn't feel lonely. I felt whole. When I finally came home, my phone exploded with missed calls and messages, some furious, some desperate, some dripping with guilt. I didn't answer a single one. That was months ago. And since then, they don't ask me for favors anymore. Not because they've changed, but because they finally got the message. I'm not their safety net, not their backup plan, not their servant waiting quietly in the wings. I burned that role the day I walked away. So when people ask why I didn't go to the lake house, why I didn't watch the kids, why I disappeared without warning, I tell them only this. Sometimes the loudest way to say no is silence. And that silence, it was the sweetest revenge I've ever tasted.